Video speaking, beside having video speaking and exchanging our visions from video, from the class, from me, from you, I would like to tell you some ways in which we can talk about suggestions or giving the advice for someone to do in their life, in his or her life. So first of all, I have a question for all of you. What should we do to stay healthy? Do you have any idea for this? It's a question. What should we do to stay healthy? Okay, yeah, you may.
Repeat the question.
What should we do to stay healthy?
So the things that we should do for staying healthy, I think the first important thing is doing a sport. For example, some people do running in the morning, some people do football, some people prefer volleyball. These are the sports that make our body strong and healthy. The second thing is eating healthy food.
Yeah.
It's very important when we eat healthy food and we are not healthy.
Okay, thank you. It was great. So next, do you have anyone to express? So come on. You may come here. Yeah. So tell me, what should we do to stay healthy?
So, in the name of kind Allah and my idea, we should have three options: eat well, sleep well, and always be happy.
Okay, eat well, sleep well,
and always be happy.
And always be happy.
Yes.
Always be happy.
Because
so do you do all the three options to stay healthy?
Yes, I always do.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Do we have anyone else who? Yeah, come on, express.
At the first, like everyone said, you do sports, eat healthy foods, and the third one I want to mention, be happy and don't think about negative things, think about positive things.
Yeah.
In India, every morning people laugh to control their blood pressures.
Great.
With laughing.
In India,
Yeah,
people, it's
yeah.
custom.
It's the very least, but
Okay.
and,
Maybe you have heard it from the news that people laugh every morning in India to get rid of their blood pressure and their depression. Yeah, thank you. So, okay, you want to say?
Okay,
Come on.
as you think life is too short, we should not disappear.
Yeah.
Yes. And
We should not be despaired. Okay. He means we should not be disappointed. Thank you. Since we have a lot of opinions, but we're running out of the time, we can't have your opinions about the title. Now I want you to compare your responses to the question which a candidate from an IELTS exam expresses the question, okay? So you should compare the question is...
Hello and welcome to Study English IELTS Preparation. I'm Margot Politis. What should you do to stay healthy? This is a possible question in IELTS. How might you reply to such a question? What language choices do you have?
What language choices do you have? Okay, it is a question. What should you do to stay healthy? So what language choices means what grammatical structures should you use to talk about giving advice to someone?
The language function required is giving advice.
So the language function requires is what? Giving advice. When we want to give advice, we need to understand specific grammatical structures to give advice someone in English. We cannot talk about language functions related to plans, related to obligations, related to something else. We should use specific grammatical structures which are used to talk about what? Advices or suggestions.
Today we'll look at language choices in English for giving advice. First, let's listen to someone giving advice about health.
Having good health is something we all want.
So it is the beginning that makes the speech beautiful. Well, having good health is something we all want. Everyone would like to stay healthy and have a good health. Yes? Do you want as well?
Yes.
Of course, everyone.
There are several things we should do to keep fit and healthy.
There are several things we should do to keep healthy and stay healthy. Yes, there are. We use there are to introduce our topic, introduce the issue, introduce what we want to express. There are several things we should do to stay healthy. We should do. We use what? Yes, we use should to talk about advice. Yes? When someone asks you, what should we do to stay healthy? What should we do to learn English? What should we do to win the match? You should use what? Should. If someone asks you, what do you hope to do in your life? If you answer like this, I should teach English. Do you think the answer is correct or incorrect? Incorrect. Of course it is incorrect. You should answer with the same structure the question is asked or was asked by the questioner, by the examiner. Okay? For example, when I say, what do you hope to do in your life? You should use the same structure. I hope to teach English. I hope to reach my goals. I hope to learn English. I hope to travel. For example, can you speak English? You say, yes, I do, or yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Yes. So how many students have expressed their answers by using should? How many?
No.
I think Mr. Romate, yes, Mr. Romate, you use should. Yes? So it was the correct structure. In IELTS speaking test or in TOEFL speaking test, if you do not understand the question structure, the more fluent English speaker you are, but if you don't understand the question structure, you won't get a score. Yes? So I have just given this motivation for all of you. If you want to take the TOEFL or the IELTS speaking test, you need to work on question types. What are the types of questions? If you don't understand the question, you won't be able to answer exactly the examiner wants from you. So today, for this per text, I just would like to share you some tips, some rules, some grammatical structures that we can talk about giving advice. Okay? First of all, it's easy that we can use what? The word should. For example, you are giving me advice. So I'm fat. What should I do? I'm fat. What should I do? One should tell me. Okay?
You should don't eat.
No, you should not say you should. You should understand the formula: subject plus, should plus, verb plus, complement. This is the formula we can use should in positive forms. Yes? Subject. How many subjects we have? 7. Yes, I, we, they, he, she, it. These are all subjects. Second, we use what? The word should. And after we use the word verb. Okay? And finally, complement. For example, you should eat less. Adjective is also used to complete your sentence. For example, I'm happy. Yes? Happy completes our sentence. So, what should I do to stay healthy? Yeah, I should exercise more. Yes? Okay. What should I do to learn English?
You should study a lot.
What?
You should study a lot.
I should study a lot. What should I do to become a Superman in the world?
You should try a lot.
I should try a lot. Okay? Now try to make your sentence longer. Okay? It means you should advise me with 2 sentences, not 1 sentence. You should also have reason. For example, if I say you should eat less, okay? You can add this one. In order to stay healthy. Yes? You make your sentence stronger and longer. Yes? So, what should I do to learn English?
You should study a lot.
Yes? Keep going.
Yes, you should study a lot in order to become a professional teacher, a professional learner, or speak an English language.
Thank you. Yes. So, what should I do to stay healthy? Yeah, Mr. Romate.
You should eat well, sleep well, and should be happy in order to stay healthy.
Yeah, you should eat well, you should sleep well, and you should be happy in order to stay healthy. So we can continue our structure like this. Okay? So if we use it in negative form, we can use what? Should not. Okay? This is one way we can talk about suggestions. The other way we can talk about suggestions is we use there. Okay? There is always. There is always. ... So how we say? For example, I lost the game. Okay, I lost the game. So I'm very disappointed. Do you have an idea for this? Yeah. Don't worry, there's always the next game. There is always the next chapter. Okay? We can also use this one to talk about suggestions or giving advice someone to be called. Okay? The next we can use the expressions how about, okay? What about, to talk about suggestions. For example, how about coffee? What is it? It is suggestion. Okay? How about going to the cinema? So you say, I'm tired, I don't know what should you do. So what do you say for me?
How about a glass of coffee?
What?
How about a glass of coffee?
Yeah, coffee also makes us, relaxes us. So I'm hungry. What should I do?
What about
What?
What about
Yeah, what about, or how about we have lunch? You can add the other. How about we have lunch, pizza at restaurant? Yes, like this. So you can also use why not. Okay, why not? For example, the class is very cold. Why not closing the door? Yes, we say why not closing the door. So what does it mean, why not closing the door? Yeah, it means we should close the door. These all express the word should or the goal for giving advice or suggestion. We can also use let us or let's, and also its negative form. For example, what? When you want to give advice or suggestion for someone. So I'm tired from Afghanistan. Do you have an idea for this? I'm tired from Afghanistan. Why not traveling to foreign countries? Let's travel to Uzbekistan. Let's not stay in Afghanistan. Let's do something else. So you can use a negative. How do you make me example? Using the word let us and not. Please give me an example.
Let's not be in Afghanistan.
Let's not be in Afghanistan. Okay, next.
Let's live here forever and ever.
Okay, let's live here. So give me the word not for let's.
Let's not feel depressed.
What?
Let's not feel depressed.
Yeah, let's not argue about this matter. Yeah, let's not argue about this matter. Let's not stay here. Let's not waste our time only talking about let's. Let's talk about something else. Yes? So you can also use the word shall we when you want to advise, give suggestion for someone. Okay? Shall we have lunch? Shall we have lunch? Shall I go with you? Yes, it's also suggestion. So can you give me a suggestion for using the word shall we or shall I?
Shall we finish the class?
Yeah.
Shall we have a time for football?
Yeah. Shall we arrange a time for playing football? Next.
Shall we become a teacher in the future?
And also you can use listen. These are weird. Maybe you haven't heard before. You can also use couldn't or could. Okay? Couldn't we play football? Couldn't we play football? نمیتونیم فوتبال بازی کنیم. Sometimes you use them in your own language with different structures to mean same thing. Okay, so you can also use couldn't. Couldn't expresses the strong suggestion. Okay, couldn't do your homework before coming to class? Yeah, for sure you do. Couldn't you prepare well before presenting your presentation? For sure you could. You can. Yes? So we can also use from what? Couldn't. The other alternative word for the word could is what? Ought. Ought to. Yes. Ought to. So how do you give me advice using the word ought to?
I ought to look her.
What? I'm very dirty. What do you say for me? I'm very dirty. You ought to take a shower. Yes, you ought to take a shower. The negative would be aren't. Aren't. It means shouldn't. Okay? Shouldn't. It is much stronger than shouldn't. Okay? Shouldn't you stay here? نباید اینجا باشی. Okay, so oughtn't you eat well? No, what Bukhari? It means you should eat well. Okay, so it also goes to the tag question. If you understand, what does positive tag mean and what does negative tag mean? Yes. So I think, and also you can also use imperative sentences to give advice for someone. Do you know imperative sentences? Imperative sentences are do sentences which order someone to do something. Yes? For example, the general commands the soldiers to do something. Stand up. It's an order. Yes? Get out. It's an order. Pull up. Yes? It's an order. But we can use imperative sentences as a way of giving advice or suggestion. It does not mean order there. For example, I ask you, learn English. Learn English in Bashiri. It is an order? Is it an order? No. Of course it's not an order. Yes? Learn English in Bashiri. So it's just what? A suggestion. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar into the pan. So what does it mean? Is it an order or it's just a suggestion? Yes. So in this video, when it says that eat well, it is imperative sentence. Eat well, exercise more, yes, and have a good diet. So these are all imperative sentences that are used to give advice. So you don't have to only use should to talk about advice.
Eat well, exercise, and get plenty of rest.
Eat well, exercise, and get plenty of rest. Is it what you're doing? What?
I guess so.
You guess so? How? Just give me some proofs. Eat well, exercise, and get plenty of sleep or rest.
Is this?
I mean, is it what you're doing or not? Is the advice what you're doing or not?
It's advice, okay, yeah.
The question was, what should we do to stay healthy? She said, eat well. Are you eating well?
Yes.
Okay, you're eating well. How? Give me some ideas, some examples.
Healthy foods.
Okay.
It is so better that we should be healthy.
Okay, thank you. You know, guys, see, now I'm in the class, I'm like your friend. When you're indicating yourself in the TOEFL or IELTS speaking test, if you don't understand the question, so you won't get a score. Yes? So what was my question from, what was your name?
Imran.
Yeah, Mr. Imran. You should be very, very specific about the question. You should be very, very smart to understand the question. My question was very easy. Yes? Let us try Elaha. Okay? So listen to her.
Keep fit and healthy. Eat well, exercise, and get plenty of rest.
Eat well, exercise, and get plenty of rest. Is it what we are doing right now in your life or not?
Actually, I do it every morning.
Okay, so give me some examples about that.
And then for Michael on, the most important thing that you have to use as she said before. But I'll go back what I said before, that a being healthy is that thing that everyone wants. But like I said, that you must be all the time healthy, but what should you do? There are all the time ways. The math, we should have sunlight, and we have the diet, exercise, and be happy, and be
when you say you're eating well, give me some examples about how you eat well. What kind of foods do you eat which are healthy foods?
I like all the foods, in fact, but
if you say I like all of foods can't be healthy.
Yes, thank you. I would like to repeat me.
Okay.
Milk is so better in the morning. Egg is also better. And sometimes you eat those foods that are also sweet.
Okay, thank you. You tell me. Wait.
If we have a good diet, lead an active life, and get enough sleep, then we should stay healthy.
If you have a good diet, okay, do you think you have a good diet?
No, I don't have a good diet.
So why you don't have a good diet?
Because I don't get the diet because of that. I'm not ill because of that. I don't have any diet.
Okay.
I don't know.
So how about exercise? Do you have a regular exercise?
Yes, I have a regular exercise. My regular exercise is playing football. And I sometimes play it, and if I play for it, I will.
Oh, sorry.
If we get sick, then we need to manage.